You want to start or what?
So I guess I'll start, Joel. Oh, man. So, The Last of Us Part 2 is going to be released 2025 on HBO Max. The full trailer just dropped, and we're here to react to it.
If you follow our YouTube channel, Forever Fangirls Reviews, we actually did an actual trailer reaction to it because neither one of us had seen it, but we did want to use our podcast and really kind of dive into it a little bit more.
Yes, and for those of you who are new, I am Sheila Amato.
And I am Kimberly Amato, and if you know the video games, you know what's happening. You know what's coming.
I don't.
And if you're like my wife and haven't played the video game,
me.
I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm also not going to go back over how many controllers don't work anymore because of the first game.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about this trailer.
Yeah, as spoiler free as possible.
Yes,
I'm going to try to not bring up certain things that I know about the video game or anything else, I promise.
Okay.
So we do have a lot of returning characters.
Pedro Pascal as Joel.
The internet's daddy.
Yes. Bella Ramsey.
As Ellie.
And Gabriel Luna
as Tommy.
And Rutina Wesley as Maria.
I know that they play the character Maria, but is it really bad of me that I still see Tara from True Blood?
No, because that was what I thought about when I first saw her in season 1.
Yeah. You do have a lot of new characters that were introduced. Some that I think you see in the trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
At least these 3. Mm-hmm. Caitlin Dever.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to play Abby.
Mm-hmm.
Young Maxino will be he'll be playing the character of Jesse, and Isabella Merced will play Dina.
Yeah, I will say that we saw this in the first season or part 1, however they're going by, with the relationship and the LGBTQ plus representation. That was an issue in the video games with the downloadable content, aka DLC. It did cause a bit of an uproar. I don't see why. And the second game was no different. So I'm just going to say that you're going to have controversy coming with part 2/season 2.
You know what? In this post-apocalyptic world where love is so hard to come by, just let it be.
Well, look, love is so hard to come by in today's day and age anyway, with so much hate and division. So let's just let love be love of consenting adults, but neither here nor there.
Yeah.
The trailer actually opens with a timer. Now, again,
we mentioned this in our
video review, you mentioned it. It is a great setup. It is an excellent way to set up tension because when you hear a ticking clock, your natural instinct is that you have a limited time frame.
Yeah.
And that things are confined, like we assume if you ever see action movies or anything like that, or read a book that brings up ticking time clocks. Perfect example of this, actually, and I'm going on a tangent, is the series 24. You had 24 hours to stop something from happening. So it's an excellent way to set up the tension immediately.
And see, for me, it's interesting because when I see a food timer, I'm thinking about, I'm making something, I'm cooking something.
Are you serious? You think of food?
I do, because that's what I use. And the fact that it's different in this context, because when you're cooking food, you're like, you can't wait for it to be done so you can eat it.
Oh, no, definitely not here.
You're like, no, I don't want to be eaten.
I don't think it has a reference to that.
No, I'm just saying that it's a different way of looking at time.
Yeah,
right.
No, definitely.
And the fact that Joel is actually speaking to a therapist, Catherine O'Hara. Oh my goodness! So clearly, he hasn't said to anybody what he did at the end of season 1.
Yeah, he's not going to share that secret because number 1, he's lied to Ellie, and Joel considers Ellie his daughter.
Yeah,
he's not going to admit that he basically wiped out an entire organization that could have used Ellie's blood to save the world.
Yes.
He's not going to do that because number 1, Ellie will hate him forever. And I think that's actually the worst thing for him, would be Ellie hating him. But the rest of the world's going to be like, what?
I understand why he made that choice.
that neither here nor there, but going to the ticking clock, you know, you and I have discussed in the video that when you get older, the timer moves faster. Time seems to change to whatever position you're in. Like when you're in trouble, it seems like a second can feel like an hour. So they're running out of time. There's another scene where the infected are knocking down a fence.
Oh my God.
There's hordes of them coming. So they're running out of time.
Yeah, that the peaceful bliss that they had in Jackson, Wyoming is not going to last. And this season 2 or part 2 actually starts 5 years after the events of season 1. So a lot of things have changed in Jackson, Wyoming, right? When we left, Maria was expecting. She was going to have a baby. Now she has a toddler, essentially, a 5-year-old child. And then I don't think it was in this trailer, or we just saw a glimpse of it in this trailer, but Ellie has a tattoo on her arm now to hide the bite.
Yeah, because if anybody sees it, they won't understand that she's immune.
Yeah.
And to be honest,
Although
if they
Tommy knows.
Tommy knows, but if they do, again, what are you going to do? You're going to do whatever you can to save humanity. They're going to try to synthesize her blood and figure it out. And then eventually that will lead back to Joel, ergo the ticking clock.
All right. So the other aspect of this trailer is that haunting song. And I didn't know what it was, but in the notes of the trailer itself, it actually says that the song is Pearl Jam's Future Days. And it's talking about the possibilities of the future. Like the lyrics itself, it's saying, you know, if I were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. That explains Joel
You
and
have
Ellie.
no idea what that explains.
Oh my God. Don't.
I'm not, I can't tell you because it will spoil everything.
Okay.
But I am just going to say that what you are bringing up, while it is a good parallel, it has absolutely nothing to do with what's going to happen.
Oh my God.
It's a great parallel, but knowing what happens in game 2, the song really hits the nail on the head.
Oh my God.
And it's going to rip your heart out. I love you, babe. I'm just going to buy boxes of tissues for you.
Okay. Well, I cry at the drop of a hat, so.
Well, you're going to bawl.
right.
It's going to make episode 3 of season 1 almost feel like nothing.
Don't say that.
I'm not spoiling it. I'm just going to say it is a gut-wrenching. And again, if I were ever to lose you, I'd lose myself. It's about growth, the timer, growth, age, growth. Everything in this season is all about growth.
Yeah.
That's what they're leading to. You are going to see these characters grow and change in horrible situations, and they're laying it out for you.
Well,
everything is being destroyed. Everything that they've built, this cute little bubble that they've lived in, the bubble that Joel has created is gone.
Well, the creators of The Last of Us, specifically the HBO series, they did harp on the fact that they wanted to explore the dark side of love. Loving someone unconditionally, what that will force you to do. Just like what Joel did at the end of season 1. So I can absolutely understand that. Now, I don't quite get the depth of it yet.
Oh, you will.
But I'm sure I will. But it just hit me like the lyrics, especially that second stanza, where everything I have found dear, I have not found by myself. So it's saying that loving someone other than yourself. So it's like, oh my goodness. And then it seemed like to me that Joel was teaching Ellie how to play that song on the guitar. Okay?
I'm just going to say this.
There's always more.
Of course there's always more.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. And
yes. Speaking of which, the cordyceps found them.
there's a great shot in the trailer. I got to give it credit because the fence is being knocked down. The cordyceps or the infected are almost like laying on top of the fence. And you see Ellie crawling. That is a
Was that
great
Ellie?
shot. It looked like Ellie to me. And again, I've seen the trailer once. So
Okay.
if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it really is, no matter who it is crawling, it's a great shot
yeah.
because it shows that, again, that second, those few seconds or whatever to crawl through there, and you're hearing the speed, and I believe you're still hearing the timer and everything else. It just, that must feel like forever.
Yeah. What I was thinking was, oh my God, where did they all come from? They all look to be runners, and
The
and
world
recently
is infected.
I understand that, but they're in the middle of nowhere, right? They were in the mountains. They no one knew they were there, and all of a sudden there's this horde, and it looked like they were newly infected. Like, holy crap, where did they come from?
Well, yeah. I'm curious though, because in game 2, there was a lot of great infected type creature boss characters that I would love to see more of.
The clickers?
Stop that.
The bloaters. No?
I will just say that the character I'm thinking of was absolutely grotesque. I would really love to see that in the series, but I don't know how they would do it. I want to see more of the infected.
You want to see more of them?
I love the development of the characters. I love the development of the people involved. However, I think with the ticking clock, with the horde, with everything else, I think season 2, they may be going into more of the infected and the walls closing. There is other aspects of season 2, if they go by the game. I had hoped they would spread season 2 out further, but I don't know if they're going to. They still might. And if they do split game 2 up into 2 seasons, that would make me happier.
Okay. Well,
but they might not.
As you mentioned that, let's delve a little bit into the story then.
Okay.
The thing that I was shocked to see is that, I guess not shocked, but like, oh no. It seemed like there are multiple threats. Aside from the cordyceps infected.
That was in season 1 as well. Humanity fought itself to,
I understand,
get anything.
I thought that was, left behind when Ellie basically killed the leader of that cult that was eating their dead. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's gone, but apparently not.
Well, if you think about it logically and truthfully, in a post-apocalyptic world where you don't know where the other human is and you basically think you're the only ones left, you're going to do anything to keep your people safe and you do whatever you need to do. And unfortunately, humanity will be at its worst instead of working together in this regard. So I do expect that. You do see a guy with a scar, and we don't know who he is. He does look threatening.
Who is that?
I think I know.
Uh-oh. Well, I was always wondering, like at the end of season 1, right? He killed the whole contingent of the Fireflies in Utah. Word about that will get around. And I had always thought, well, are they going to come after him now? Okay.
I'm sure these 7 episodes are going to rip our hearts out.
Yeah. So
and
IMDb,
I can't say anything else.
IMDb mentioned that there are 7 episodes. I'm like, oh, it's one less than season 1.
I'm just going to go with yes.
Okay.
I can't say anything. So going into quickly to production, the writing, filming, and production was suspended during the writers and actors strike in 2023, but now it's back, and 2025 is the release year. I don't think they have given a specific time frame, like a month or a season.
No.
It's just 2025.
Yeah. All right. So there's one thing that I wanted to just mention about the story. One thing that I absolutely loved about season 1 was the storytelling of how we grapple with love and loss and the guilt and death. And I think that one of the bigger themes in season 2 might be for forgiveness, because I think Ellie knows, and I think most people know that Ellie knows that Joel lied to her at the end of season 1. And will she be able to forgive him so that they can move on? From that trailer, it looks like it's going to be a difficult ride.
Yeah, so that's going to do it for us.
Oh, really? You're not even...
I can't comment. If I comment, I spoil all of the second season for you.
Oh, all right, fine.
So I am being good. I am being so good.
That's the first.
I'm being good. I'm being very good.
And I said that's the first.
That's why I did the dun dun dun. But we are very curious of what you think of the trailer. If you've seen it, are you looking forward to seeing Last of Us Part 2, aka Season 2, whatever they want to call it? Have you played the video games? Let us know. Leave us a message on any of our socials. You can send us a message via our website, foreverfangirls.com, or you can leave a comment on the video trailer reaction we did, which is at youtube.com, and look for Forever Fangirls Reviews. And just make sure that you like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff.
And until next time, stay safe, be kind, and remember...
Oh my God, stop that!